plus rien sera jamais pareil.
Hey folks, I'm Alex Dowd.
And I'm Ignatiy Vishnevetsky. Welcome to Film Club. Film Club is our weekly movie discussion series where we talk about what's new in theaters and what's coming soon.
What you just saw there was a clip from Nocturama.
That is an ambitious, very accomplished, at times very beautiful, almost intoxicating film about, of all things, terrorism. And it really struck both of us.
We'll be back in a minute.
So Bonello is not a huge name in the U.S., though he did make one of my favorite films of the last decade, House of Pleasures.
Called House of Tolerance out of Cannes, I believe.
Yes, its title has been changed many times, but a very unorthodox film about a bordello in the early 20th, or at the very end of the 19th century, I think in 1899. And here he kind of applies the same intoxicating technique, this almost opium dream mentality, to a very, very modern subject. Now, the movie is divided into two parts, right? Well, it's
arguably
not literally
3.
Yes, but there's a fairly clear break because we start with this almost trance-like, very procedurally focused depiction of a terrorist act, basically, of a terrorist attack being carried out by seemingly random Parisian teenagers. We don't really learn what their ideology is, besides a dislike for the modern world. And then, in what I think in the hands of a lesser filmmaker would be just one big glaring irony, they spend the rest of the movie hiding out in a Paris department store. It's actually the same department store from Holy Motors.
Oh, no kidding.
That's
Okay,
that abandoned shopping
Yeah.
complex. That's where they hide out.
Great setting for a movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's got that great grand
Just
staircase.
so much grand art design everywhere, you know?
But you end up with kind of what I almost think of as a cross of Dawn of the Dead and Weekend, the Jean-Luc Godard film.
Sure.
This film's politics they're
very interesting.
They're interesting. I wouldn't say that they're ambiguous, even though
Yeah.
it's so abstract and ambiguous in what these characters believe in and what they really want to do.
Well, this took a while to get here, actually, to get to America. And I think that might have had something to do with the rights for a lot of the music. This has a lot of sort of iconic pop songs in it.
It has such a great eclectic soundtrack. We've had a year of very good soundtracks.
Yeah.
But to me, just the use of Willow Smith's "Whip My Hair" in a film about terrorism, or like John Barry's theme from The Persuaders, or the Chief Keef track that they use in here, it's solid. Mwah. That's how I feel.
Well,
about
but
it.
I mean, so that might have been part of why the film took a good 8 or 9 months to make it to America. But I think it's also because people are generally kind of nervous about a movie that asks you on some level to empathize with terrorists. And I think the film has a kind of fascinatingly ambivalent attitude towards them. I mean, this is a movie that basically says that these are mixed up kids who get into something they shouldn't be doing. And I think that it's very the decision to make the terrorists these kind of ordinary Parisian kids, I think, is very smart, because what it does is it basically removes that layer of disconnect between a presumably somewhat bourgeois audience and these characters.
And not just that, I think by abstracting it, it actually makes it more about terrorism and about the mechanics of terrorism. It's not about, when you remove, we have no idea what their ideology is, really. But because it becomes it's no longer about the ideology. It's why are these characters who are so much a part of, say, Western society, why do they want to destroy it?
Sure. I mean, there's so much we can say about this movie, but I'll say that just as an aesthetic object and just its degree of craftsmanship on a moment-to-moment level, it's maybe the most remarkable movie of the year.
Faut rester calme.